Morgan J. Ingram here, host of the SDR Chronicles, Sales Development Manager at Terminus. And I wanted to go over today what I've learned in my first month as the Sales Development Manager here at Terminus. So there are three things I want to touch on today. There's actually a multitude of things I've learned, but there's three major things I want to touch on what I've learned since starting. So number one thing that I've learned is that you need to get in the weeds with your reps. I think a lot of people are missing this connotation is just kind of saying like, hey, go do it. I think the biggest thing, the way that you can switch everything up for your reps is by getting in the weeds. So that's looking at how they're making calls, looking how they're prospecting, looking how they're doing research, how they're doing email outreach, how they're working whatever sales outreach tool that they're using. You got to get in the weeds with them and figure out what's going on. So, as soon as I started, I got in the weeds with my reps. I saw, hey, this is something that you're doing really well. This is something you need to fix. And by doing those multitude approaches, now I've seen the benefits in the switch in their work, and now they're getting more results. So the number one thing that I learned from the get-go was, hey, I got to get in the weeds with these people just as I got in the weeds with my own role. So focus on getting the weeds with your reps, and you will see major success. And that's one of the key things I learned in the first 30 days, first month in my role. Number two thing that I learned is that each rep needs their own process. So this goes back to getting in the weeds. I saw different things, but each rep needs their own process. The one thing that I tell one rep isn't they're going to be successful for another rep, right? Just because someone made 200 calls a day and they saw success, that doesn't mean I should tell my other rep to do 200 calls a day. Maybe they're actually really good at personalized emails. Maybe they need to do more personalized emails. Maybe someone's really good at prospecting. You just need to double down on processing and just use the cadence that you have to get in front of those key stakeholders. Or someone may be really, really good at social selling, right? So I need to focus on them, on their social selling process. But the biggest thing I learned is that, hey, just because this is successful for one person, it's not successful for the rest of my team. So I just have to figure out what is their strengths, double down on those strengths, and actually give them the tools to actually be successful, right? Instead of tools that they could use but actually be unsuccessful. So what I'm saying there is, guys, focus in on the strengths of your reps and don't give them a replicated process just because so-and-so did it really well. So that's the biggest thing that I learned is that each rep needs a different process. Number three thing that I learned, and I think this is really big and a lot of managers and leaders miss this, is that I work for my reps and not that they work for me. Most people think when they get in a manager role, they're like, oh, I'm a manager now, I'm chilling. No, stop this immediately. The biggest thing that I learned in the first 30 days, first month is that, hey, look, I have to work for my reps. I have to give them the right advice. I have to give them the right value. I have to give them the right things because, I'm the one leading them towards the right results. I can take them to a place where they cannot go, and I'm working for them so that they can get the results that they need and hit over quota and hit the goals that they want. So that's the biggest thing that I learned in the first 30 days is that I work for them every single day to get them to where they need to go. And that's by, again, getting in the weeds, learning their processes, breaking down their calls, looking at their email responses. That's how you get someone better every single day. So those are the things I've learned so far in my sales development manager role. Super excited to give you guys more insights and value on leadership. And as I always say, guys, keep dialing, and I'll see you guys soon.